another reason I need to stop and give me a clip, because I don't know if it be my speaker be pushed down and that's why you guys can't hear, or what the case may be. I don't know. But if it don't have no sound this time, then I just don't know. But yesterday me and the kids went downtown. I didn't know it was opening day for the Tigers, so it was really, really crowded down there. We had ended up just coming back up to the city, coming back up to Southfield and going out to eat at Fridays, which was real calm and mellow because everybody was downtown. And we had dinner at Fridays or whatever. Then we went back downtown, but it was still too crowded for my liking. So I told them that we'll just, do the downtown thing another day or whatever. But while we were on our little mission, we were deciding where we wanted to take our little first road trip to, like a close one. We live in Detroit, Michigan, so we were thinking like somewhere in Ohio or somewhere in Chicago for our first little road trip that we just do as a little family, hop in a car and go, spin around, spin the block and come back. So we were talking about that while we were driving yesterday, and just, a few little things that we wanted to do or whatnot, so that was pretty cool. Yesterday, my Android ended up dying yesterday, so I wasn't able to finish my video on YouTube. Now, my iPhone was still recording on Facebook. However, it glitched out the certain part when I was talking about top dog law. That is so funny to me. But I'm hearing, I channeled like over a year ago or so that it was going to be a lawyer who came out of nowhere who wanted to help me or whatever, and I wasn't going to know about this shit. I'm hearing top dog law, and that is so funny to me because y'all know that somebody had reported us being in a car accident while I was lifting, not yesterday, but the day before yesterday. Somebody had reported to Lyft that we were in a car accident in Blase Split, and I didn't know what was going on because I wasn't in a car accident. And I kept on trying to explain to the guy who called me, like, sir, I'm not in a car accident. I'm actually doing perfectly fine. I kind of need to get off of the phone with you because I'm in the middle of a lift and I need to see the map, Blase Split. But he kept on trying to tell me that somebody had reported us being in a car accident. And I thought it was a scam. And it's because he had such a heavy accent, I thought he was lying too. And he was like, yeah, my name is Jesus. And yes, it's plenty of people that's named Jesus. But anyway, I just thought it was a scam, so I had hung up on them. But then, Lyft ended up canceling my Lyft. Like, I couldn't drive for a minute. So I ended up having to get an email from them, read that somebody had reported that we were in a car accident. I had to send over pictures to prove that I was not in a car accident and everything like that. So, when he had said that, I'm gonna read that comment in a minute. You can do it, just put your back into it. Sometimes you gotta use what you got to get what you need. That's funny. Good morning, CJ. But, yeah, so they had reported that we were in a car accident. I thought it was a joke. Well, yesterday, the lady had called me from Lyft, and she confirmed it. Like, yeah, somebody said that you guys were in a car accident. However, I see that you sent over pictures of your car, and it doesn't appear that you were in a car accident, and things like that. So she was like, I'm getting ready to call the people who basically said they were in an accident and do a follow-up. So I'm like, okay, and could you call me back and let me know? But she did ask me, she was like, did you remember picking up somebody off of such and such street, taking them somewhere and then bringing them back? I'm like, yeah, I do. And I was talking about it was the 2 teenage boys or whatever. And she was like, well, that's who, reported y'all was in a car accident. I'm like, oh, no, we wasn't in a car accident. Actually, everything was perfectly fine. I took them where they had to go, dropped them back off to their car, and it was good. Or whatever. So she was like, okay, basically no worries. They reactivated my Lyft so I can lift again. But in the midst of that, I was like, that's crazy how somebody tried to say we was in a car accident and do an insurance claim against me, but it's a whole lie. I was like, do you know I'll countersue you? I was like, I'm hearing the top dog law. commercial, and he was like, Top Dog Law. He like, I know you probably tired of hearing this commercial. I was like, I ain't tired of hearing the commercial. He was like, that accident you had, I hate to break it to you, but it wasn't an accident. And I'm like, it's not an accident. If you thought you was about to get some money off of me and you was gonna play on my top, play with my insurance, play with my car, and you playing with my motherfucking money, and I gotta pay $700 a week to live at this room for me and my kids, I will sue the fuck up out your ass. And you will wish you never sat in this motherfucking car, let alone fake the car accident. So it was cool or whatever, but you know, I was just laughing at that, and it had got skipped out of my thing. And I went into Family Dollar yesterday, and when I was in Family Dollar, the lady told me, we ain't trying to go viral. We ain't trying to go viral. And that was just so funny to me. But she was a really sweet lady. The lady who actually worked at the Family Dollar, and I think I was at Family Dollar in Redford. I had just picked up Lex. And the lady was working at Family Dollar, but it was also another lady inside of the Family Dollar, and she was talking shit about somebody. She like, yeah, with all them rotten teeth up in their mouth and all them big ass hands, and that's a man, and some off the wall shit that she was saying. And I was just looking at this lady who needed to shut the fuck up. But it was two other ladies in the line. I mean, it was another lady in the line behind the lady who was talking shit in front of me and Lex. And she had on her little bonnet or whatever. She was real meek and mellow. And then you had the cashier. And the cashier was like, yeah, because we all got to come, you know, we got to stick together. $700 for a week is a lot. I know. But that's how it is when you living out of a hotel. You know, this not my house, so... You know, I got to do what I got to do till I find me a house, apartment, something. And $700 a week it is. But, I ain't got to worry about no other bills. No lights, no gas, no water, no none of that. So I ain't complaining. I just got to do what I got to do until I can get into a house or whatever. That's why I was saying, like, I just wish I had a man. Like, damn, I could be like, babe, can I come live with you? Shit. Give me the cable bill, the Wi-Fi, and the DTE. That's way better than me paying $700 a week. But I don't got a man. So, and I can't live with everybody. Shit, I would have been helping my brother like this too, but I didn't have a car at the time. That's what I was trying to explain. Like, just let me get a car and I'll be able to help do whatever needs to be done. But, whatever. Anyway, I was talking about Top Dog Law and his commercial, and y'all know I don't listen to the radio, but every time I do, I hear that commercial, and that's just like me. Like, I know you probably tired of hearing this shit, and I know people be saying, I'm tired of hearing Isleah's story. I don't give a fuck. We come through loud and proud, like Top Dog Law. But the lady, she was in the Family Dollar. Ooh, I like the way they smell. And she was like, yeah, we got to stick together. We all got to help each other, blase split, like our ancestors, this, that, and the other. And I just was listening. I wasn't really voicing my opinion too much because I was trying to make sure that I was ignoring the big fat bitch that was in the front of the line talking shit. Whether she was, I don't know who she was talking about. Because me and my daughter was in the store minding our business. So I'm not quite sure who she was talking about. And I don't know who got rotten teeth in their mouth. Anything, I ain't got no rotten ass motherfucking teeth. I might need to get my braces put back on, but rotten teeth I do not. So, but her ignorance was irritating my spirit, so I was trying to ignore her. However, the lady who worked at the register and the other lady who was in front of us, they had really nice spirits. And one of them, they was just like complimenting my daughter on her hair and stuff like that. And y'all know I just dyed both of my daughter's hair. And Lex hair looks like peach. It's like pinkish, orangish peach. It's real pretty. It's real pretty, but that's because I had dyed her hair red first. Then we put another color, orange, on top of it. It turned peach. Lily's hair is like red. It almost look a little orangish, reddish. So I just dyed both of my daughter's hair or whatever. She was complimenting my daughter on her hair, but the lady in front of her was just so fucking ignorant. And I can't stand an ignorant ass motherfucker that want to be seen, especially an old one. Like, sometimes you expect that shit from kids and teenagers. That's what I was saying. Even about the two young little teenage boys who was trying to get a insurance claim saying that we were in a car accident. You expect shit like that from young niggas and young kids. But to have an older woman, she was older than me, acting like that. I cannot stand to see an old bitch or an old man act ignorant as fuck. Like, who do we supposed to look up to if y'all act like that? You get what I'm saying? And then y'all wonder why we jump on 10 to defend ourselves. Like, damn, a lot of us, my generation and younger, we ain't have nobody to look out for us. That's why we act like this. I'm here and they wonder why we act this way, but nappy boys gonna be okay. Like, y'all, these old motherfuckers. But speaking of, when I went to go get my weed from the dispensary yesterday, it was this older lady in there, and she was so lit. I loved her. And she was saying, like, her son was a rapper. That's how she stayed up with the music and shit like that. And she was a little older than me, too, and I was in there talking to her. And she had real good vibes. And I want to say she said her son was killed last year. My condolences to her. Much love. But she was understanding we was in that bitch vibing or whatever, because Sexy Red had came on. And y'all know I don't listen to Sexy Red. But Sexy Red had came on, so I'm like bobbing my head. I turn over to the other lady, she bobbing her head, and it was funny to me. And then another older lady came in, and and I'm saying older because they're older than me, probably like 50s, early 60s, if that. But they was jamming to the Sexy Red, and it was just so funny to me. So, people, you get what you give. That goes for anything. And when I get around some negative ass shit, I just try to be quiet and stay to myself, because matching energy is a real thing, and I don't want to pick up your negative energy and match that shit with you unless you really take me there. Other than that, I'm gonna ignore the fuck out your ass. But it's crazy how our older elders can be sometimes, stuck in their ways, petty, and dumb as fuck. I got the heat on full blast because I let the kids drive to the store last night, my teenagers. They made a mistake and left the fucking window down. Got my passenger seat all wet, and I don't want it to start smelling like mildew, so I gotta have the heat on and dry it while I'm lifting today. I spent the day with the kids yesterday, so I'm gonna lift today. Lex don't gotta go to work. All 5 of my kids are together. Everybody's safe and sound. I made sure they had everything they needed last night and everything, so we good. I can make the money today. I can make the money today. I agree. Elders have definitely failed our generation. For sure. For sure. I have witnessed so much disrespect when it comes to elders. They say it takes respect to... Yes, it's raining in Detroit right now. It takes respect to get respect. And that's when it comes to anybody. If you're a student, you need to respect your teacher. If you're a teacher, you need to respect your student. Husband and wives need to respect each other. Mother and child, father and child. It doesn't matter. Any type of relationship, there needs to be respect, because it takes respect to get respect. Even as a mama, I still got to respect my kids, their feelings, their emotions. You got to give people respect. Just because you older than me does not mean you can talk to me like you motherfucking crazy. That's why I don't work jobs. I don't work jobs because the moment a motherfucker start talking to me because you think you my supervisor and you could talk to me any type of way, oh, bitch, this whole company will fail. Starting with me. I'm quitting today, right now. No 2 weeks notice. I don't give a fuck what you and your people gotta do. Because the moment you start disrespecting me, I quit. Because obviously you don't fuck with me. And I don't fuck with your company no more. I'm trying to tell you. That's why I'm just opening my Facebook page back up. Because, bitch, you owe me money and you ain't trying to pay me. I don't give a fuck if you Mark Zuckerberg or whoever the fuck you is. I don't give a fuck if you're black, white, Chinese. You need to run me my motherfucking money. So, But, you subscribe. Thank you. I really do appreciate that. Much love to you. Much love. But I'm about to get out here and have a good day. I hope y'all have a good day as well. It is the weekend. Enjoy. Spring is here, or spring is here. So we about to spring forward. We going into the summer. I hope we have a good, safe summer. And we need to enjoy. Like I said, we need to take trips. I don't know what states y'all live in, but even if you go to the next state over, get out your state. go see something, take the kids. That's what I was saying. Like, sometimes we can't afford to take our kids over the overseas and shit like that, out of the country, but we would like to. But in the meantime and in between time, we can go in between these United States of America. So out of the 50 United States, I've traveled through 25 of them. If I was even just leaving from Michigan to go to somewhere else, I've traveled through 25 different states. I think I counted this before, but I've only stopped and like stayed in about 5 of them, and that's within my whole life. So I want to travel. That's one thing on my bucket list, is I want to travel. I want to see new things. And I know if I want to see new things, kids be want to see new things too. So we got to travel with our kids. First of all, we can stop taking all these girls trips and shit like that, because half them motherfuckers be fake as fuck and somebody come up dead. So you might as well travel with your kids and your man. Find some married couples and then start going on couples retreats. Untouchable, what are you talking about? I'm just talking. What are you talking about? First of all, stand up and do a 360. Huh? Stand up and do a 360. It's raining outside. I ain't about to stand up and get outside. But I'm good. I mean, I'm hearing she's fine too, but I want you. That's funny, because I was about to say I'm 5'6". I weigh 230 pounds. It sit nice. Like, 230 pounds ain't no little ass bitch. I said that. I'm like, God damn, am I tipping the motherfucking scales or what around this motherfucking shit? Am I a heavyweight? Shit, I need to go and train with. I said I want to learn how to do kickboxing. I live in Michigan. What's her name? What is her name? Clarissa Shields. Is that her name? Because I don't watch TV for real. That's the boxer from Michigan. Girl, you need to come show me how to kickbox and beat the fuck out of a bitch. Clarissa, girl, when is you and Papoose coming to Michigan? I want to take some kickboxing classes, girl. You can teach me how to fight. I done survived in these Detroit streets all this time. I'm 35 years old now, so I must know a little something, but I can knock a bitch out. I'm hearing a bitch like fight night. You can teach me how to do that, sis. No, for real, I do want to take kickboxing classes. I do want to take kickboxing classes, though. I've been talking about that for years. You from Harlem, but you got to slide to Michigan. Yes, you do. I got family in Jersey, too. My mom's side of the family is from Newark, Jersey, and stuff like that. So when I was a teenager and I used to have the opportunity, like my grandma would take road trips and go to Jersey and shit like that, it was pretty cool. So I love the East Coast people as well. Again, I love my family. I just don't talk to them. That reminds me of my Lyft rider, though. That got in the car. I'm never gonna forget Miss Vivian. She's so pretty to me too, and she got red hair. She just reminded me of a blood. But she was in my car telling me, so don't make me call my niggas from Harlem and put a hit out on that bitch. Miss Vivian, girl, if you ever watch my channel, I love you. I love you. But yeah, I just love certain people though. And the ladies in the Family Dollar yesterday, granted one of them was about to rub my spirit the wrong way. The cashier and the other lady who was in there, they had beautiful souls, you know, and I really did appreciate that. And when she was saying we have to stand up for each other and, you know, show each other love, and even when it comes to the kids, it takes a village. Like when you see somebody else kid out here doing some fucked up ass shit, sometimes people don't know what their kids be out here doing. You know, sometimes people, they get up, they go to work, they give their kids a list of instructions of what to do and what not to do and all that type of shit. Kids do what the fuck they want to motherfucking do. That's what whoopings are for, because we have to beat their ass. Because they don't fucking listen sometimes. Captain Brooklyn, I saw him twice here. Council Brooklyn, New York vacations. But yeah. Maybe I need to come to New York. I'm here, Cordy. Probably because we talk about Brooklyn and Harlem and stuff like that. I'm hearing like Lil Kim. I'm seeing that time when Lil Mama got up on the stage with was that Jay-Z? Who was that? Or Jeezy or whoever in New York. And she got up on the stage. Lil Mama, Lil Mama. See, I got confidence like that because bitch, I ain't gotta be invited. I'm here, I'm the life of the party. That is so funny to me. Oh, and I used to want to make lip gloss, and then she come out with my lip gloss. It's popping. Okay, Lil Mama. And I call myself the MILF. Okay, Lil Mama, girl, I be seeing you on Tubi too. She popped up on some Lifetime Movie Network thing that came up on my YouTube too. Hey, Lil Mama, girl. I'm here. Hey, little mama. Hey, little mama. Why you so funky? Y'all remember them? When we was kids, and zing, 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 like a washing machine. I'm gonna rock to the treetop all day long, huffing and a puffing and a singing that song. All the little birdies on Jaybird Street love to hear the rappers go tweet, 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 like a robin. Y'all remember those? So I'll be watching her too. Tubi fire. Tubi got some good movies, but Tubi was about to get cussed the fuck out by me for a split second. I don't give a damn. Everybody ain't. Y'all know Tubi got a lot of Detroit movies now. They do. It's a lot of talent that comes from Detroit. I can't lie. I say it all the time. Speaking of Tubi, Michigan and Harlem and New York and all that type of shit, that's what I was talking about, like murder, pain and shit, you know, traveling between the state, the East Coast and Michigan and shit like that. That's how I'm here. That's just how we roll. That's how my family is. Like, I'm hearing mob ties. You would be surprised who affiliated with certain mob ties is what I'm hearing. It's a bloodline thing. Y'all know that's what the internet is for. He's why I fuck with the Cartiers. Ah, you got you some buffs. I fuck with Murder Pain. I believe that. Yeah, you got you some buffs. So I fuck with the Cartiers. Everybody who love people from Detroit fuck with Cardis. Somebody gonna tell me like I talk about Detroit so much and I be on the internet like I need to give me some Cardis. Lord, baby, please. I need to give me my braces and everything first before I go give me some of the fucking iced out buffs. I mean, but if y'all want to buy me some, I wear them. Y'all can buy me some if y'all bought Gretchen, Ratchet, or whoever her name is. If y'all bought the governor some buffs, y'all can buy me some. Shit, I think I care more about the city. We could definitely chill and smoke your door, but we can. You from Detroit, the east side? Okay, it's the east side, ain't it? I like. That's the way I like it. That just reminded me, low time, so yeah, Leah, you know to come to the east side. I'm here inside the baby too. Like, I heard the red zone left. I heard the red zone back, but it ain't never left. I don't know about the east side like that. I lived on East 7 Mile for a split second. And I done DoorDash, Lyft, drove through, spent a few nights all through the east side. But yeah. I fuck with the east side. That's what I was telling people. I don't know why people talk so bad about the east side, because I like the east side. And I like the killers, gorillas, and drug dealers. I'm hood and holy. Holy and hood. I don't discriminate. So I just don't fuck with Eminem. What Eminem do to you? What the fuck did Eminem do to you? Eminem is talented. Do you know him personally? I was just talking about that. Like, dang, I ain't hear no Eminem music in a long time. Would you have some mom spaghetti? Sorry, let me stop. Holy and hood, for sure. For sure. He a herb. I'll help you get the braces. That's real deal. For real. I said, shit. I'm here. I need a sponsor. Is that Tierra Marie? I said that the other day. Ain't she from Detroit too? sponsor. I need a sponsor. I'm gonna listen to that when I get up off this motherfucker. No, I do need somebody to help me. And I had a dream that I was going to meet somebody who daddy or uncle or something owned like a dentist or their orthodontics, and they would want to put my braces on for me. I heard that. I had a dream that somebody was going to want to put my braces on for me because I talk about it so much, and that people comment in my comments so much and try to be negative that somebody was going to want to help me get my braces. I had a dream about that. Which I'm glad I got over the self-esteem issue that I once had about having the gap or whatever. Like, because growing up with it and being around kids that's just cruel and shit, getting through high school and all of that, and my family couldn't afford to help me get them, that was not easy. So it was something that I had to get over. Or whatever, and it was something that had caused me to have like low self-esteem back in the day, and that's why a lot of people can't stand me now. Like, who is she to have so much confidence and high self-esteem when before we was able to talk about her and she'd cry? Well, now I don't. I just be like, fuck you and what you gotta say. I have one too. People are brutal. Yes, Susan, people could be. And but somebody told me like people with gaps are usually very gifted people. That's why they call it people with gaps. They are the ones with the gifted gap, and they usually have the gift of gab. And I do. But yes, people can be very, very cruel when you have a gap or any type of flaw with your teeth or body in general. If you fat, acne, whatever the case may be. That's why I try not to talk about people in certain ways, because just like we talking about gaps as a flaw, some people feel some type of way about their weight, their skin. Like a lot of women I notice who have PCOS, they have very low self-esteem because of growing the facial hair, and I be having to pluck my chin hairs and stuff like that. But it's some women who have full grown beards, and it really fuck with your self-esteem, and you have niggas out here that'll be talking about that like they Veronica ain't got a beard like motherfucking Santa Claus. But they granny do too. We be waxing them motherfuckers. CNAs, we was waxing them motherfuckers at the damn nursing home, but y'all got the nerve to be talking about a bitch. If you actually come and see your granny, you know damn well that her beard and mustache is thicker than motherfucking Santa Claus. You can mop the floor with that bitch. The nerve. My brother girls runs the dentist's office, like 5 of them. You still have a pretty smile. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I do. I swear I do. But yeah. Every time I be trying to get my braces, though, it's always something. Like even right now, I'm paying $700 a week to live at this fucking room. How can I get some braces? That's how I ended up taking my braces off in the first place, because I had them put on, and it didn't take long. My gap was almost closed in like the first month. I just had to get the skin piece out, the middle removed, and then it would have closed up all the way. And then you go through the process of just keeping it closed for a moment, and you before you retain it, take them off. I had ended up going through so much shit that I ended up after they closed up so much, the wires in the bracket, the wires started stabbing the back of my cheek. So I ended up taking the wires off using a heroin needle that we sew our weave in with. I had popped the rubber bands off and took the wire out, and I just had the brackets on. So then I had ended up taking the brackets off, and the brackets was very hard for me to take off, but I took them off myself, because when you go to the dentist, if you just breaking the contract and you getting them taken off, they charge $10 a bracket, or the dentist that I was going to at least. So I just popped them off myself, and it wasn't easy. So I had one here, one probably up here and stuff like that. Then I eventually got all of them off. So yeah, it was a process, but it's something that I'm gonna do. And the shit hurt. Shit. My mouth was banging for the first 2 weeks. The first 2 days, I was crying. You don't have to do that no more. Get you a good man like me and we can make it happen. That's what I need. I need a good man to help me. Like, I'm here, Miss Independent. That's why I love her. But I'm tired of being Miss Independent. Like, I'm not tired of being able or being able to take care of myself, because I don't want to have to depend on somebody. But I am tired of doing everything by myself and carrying such a large load, is what I'm trying to say. Like, it would be nice to have somebody to help me. So I hope you didn't go to Girl in Detroit and get them braces, because I had a friend and hers fell off in 4 days. No, I went to the orthodontist. Great Expressions in Dearborn, and they were very professional and everything there. I got my braces put on by a professional. I just took them off. I didn't want to go to the basement. I can't go to the basement and get my braces, because being that I have the gap and I have to get this gum piece in the middle like shaved off, you have to get that done by a professional. I ain't going to nobody's motherfucking basement to get that shit done. I ain't going to get the braces put up, bitch. If the teeth already need to be fixed, I don't need you fucking them the fuck up, is what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm not going to the basement to get the braces. And some people do, and they teeth be alright or whatever the case. I just ain't one of those. I want to go to the orthodontist that has a license and went to school for it. You know, some stuff you just don't do that. You can go to a girl and get your hair done who didn't go to hair school, because you can watch people do hair and they probably can watch people do braces and learn how to do it too. But it's not the same. So this is my mouth. This is my oral health. Like, a lot of things can go wrong with that. You can stab me in the gums, cause all type of infections, all types of stuff. So that's not something that I just want to go to the basement and get. You know, I'll go to the basement and get my hair done, nails done, maybe even a tattoo. Cause shit, sometimes we got to do what we got to do. We can't afford to pay booth rent and all that type of stuff. But when it comes to them braces, baby, look, I ain't got time to play with you. Find you something safe to do, and I'm find me a safe dentist. So I got you. I feel the same way. I'm a single dad of 2 kids, also sick of spending money on the wrong women. Yeah, I feel that too. I feel that too. Because some women just be looking for a man to take care of them. And that's what I'm saying. I'm not looking for a man to take care of me. But it would be nice to know, like, dang, if I fall short, my man got me. I want to feel that, because sometimes I fall short. It's just real. It's just real. And that's what men be needing, vice versa too. That's why I tell people, like, sometimes you got to put people on, like, damn, help me get myself together. You help me get myself together, I got you. Everybody's situation be different though. That's why I said, like, right now, me spending $700 at the room, like, damn, if I had a nigga, like, I could have been spending this at his house, or he probably wouldn't. I could probably be coming out $200 a week, or again paying the utilities or something. But this $100 a week, being a single mama, my kids needing shit and all that type of shit, it get a little bit hard sometimes. It get a little bit hard. So yeah. You know, I'm glad my kids pretty much got good teeth. One of my sons, Mari, he need braces. Like, that's what I'm saying. Let me pay for my baby braces. And then, yeah, somebody can help me pay for mine. Because I got to have him, you know. And I understand too why guys be testing women and why guys be selfish with their money sometimes. That's why sometimes when guys don't off bail offer to help, I understand that, because sometimes women will take advantage of that. Especially like how you saying you a single daddy with 2 kids too. Some women be single and they don't have kids, so they don't think like a person with kids. Some people single and don't have kids, but they got a sister who got kids, so they understand, like, damn, my sister be having a hard time. I understand this. You know, so That's what I'm saying. You gotta date people. You gotta meet the right people. That's why you can't ever stress out over a failed relationship or something like that, because you gotta come to an understanding. Sometimes people ain't gonna fuck with you, or they ain't gonna fuck with your kids. I done been in a situation where somebody fucked with me, but they like, damn, like, if you ain't had no kids, I move you in and this, that. If I ain't had no kids, bitch, I had kids before I met you. What are you talking about? That should never even come out your mouth. If I ain't have no kids, who you talking to? And you wanna fuck. You know that's how kids is made? Like, people, and this is a man and women thing. It's not just a men thing. You own your own business. That's good. What you do? What kind of business do you own? Maybe we all want to support. You never know who in the comments. I like this conversation though. You know, real people in my comments that hating ass shit had to get the fuck on. We talk about real life shit here. We don't judge here. This is like Planet Fitness, bitch. This is a judgment-free zone. Can I at least try to see how things go? I love going out on kids' dates. I do things like that. I like kids' dates too. I jump at air times and sky zones and stuff like that. Give me my socks. I drive go-karts. I play putt-putt. I do that. I do that. We go bowling. I was just talking to one of my Lyft riders yesterday. He was asking me, growing up in Detroit, did I go to Northland or did I go to Skateland? And I was telling him, like, I didn't skate like that, but when I did, I went to Northland or whatever. But I wasn't a skater. And that's crazy because when I was a kid, I used to want to be an ice skater. But a bitch can't even roller skate. I ain't playing. I'm not playing. I don't, especially the roller skates where they all in one straight line. Don't give me that shit. I at least need the one where it's 2 in the front and 2 in the back and the stopper. I need a stopper in the front and the back because listen, when I was, speaking of teeth, when I was a little kid and I was going to Second Ebenezer Baptist Church with Pastor Van, shout out to Pastor Van. I was in summer camp, and one of our trips, we went to the skating rink, and it was twins. It was these twin boys. They was in camp with us. And we was going around the skating rink, and I still skate the same way I did when I was a kid. Like, I could go forward. When it comes to that curve, don't come around me speeding and all that shit. I got to take my time. But the boy, he was flying around the rink or whatever, and he tried to go forward. That's why I don't understand why the brakes is in the front. But he tried to go forward and stop, and the brakes skipped, and he, like, it leaped or whatever. Like, it didn't stop. It skidded, and his mouth hit the bars of the rail around the rink. It was so much fucking blood gushing down his face. I swear that shit traumatized me. I didn't want to skate no more because I already ain't know how to skate like that. And all I could think of is, what if that happened to me? What if that happened to me? And speaking of, my brother had already chipped my 2 front teeth before, and I had to get them fixed. We were at the park, and he had jumped on my back, and my mouth had hit the metal slides. Y'all know the ones that used to burn us as a kid. My mouth hit the end of the slide, and he had chipped my front 2 teeth. I had to got those fixed. So when I seen a boy chip his teeth and all that blood started gushing out, it just was like another flashback of that shit. I don't fuck around with them skates like that. I'll do it if my kids ask me. But I told the man I was gonna enroll in some roller skating classes for the adults and stuff, so I can, you know, learn how to do it. Everybody think I know how to skate because I be dancing around. Like, pretty much anywhere I go, if I hear some music, it could be the grocery store, Family Dollar, I don't care. I usually be dancing around. I just love music. And people like, you know how to skate? Like, you should come skate. And baby, me and them skates. Is you about to hold my hand? I need them walkers. You You know how they got the walkers? I need that when it comes to them curves, because I got to get that down pat. Oh, you are in Detroit. Okay. You the best at that. My kids love skating. My teenagers, they love skating. Me, I said I'm gonna start going. When the kids was little, we tried to take, my baby daddy know how to skate too. He used to be skating and shit. I got out there with him one time and I fell. He said, "Babe, get up." I'm like, I know you're not motherfucking embarrassed that I fell. It's just like when them twins was skating on ATL. I swear to God. She's like, get up, get off of me. I can get up. I wasn't saying I can get up though. You better help me the fuck up. I am your baby mama. I will embarrass you for real. That is funny though. I'm about to let my car air out for a minute. Give me some orange juice and some water. Talk to God for a split second. Then I'm going to turn my Lyft on. And lift till I don't feel like lifting no more. That might be 3 hours, might be 6 hours, might be 2 hours. The max is 6 for sure. So I really need to go get me an In-N-Out real quick. Damn. I need to go to the city. I need to log into my other Facebook page because it's this guy who, when I had my fusion and I was lifting, I had to have him come and shampoo out my car, and he did such a good job. He was one of my Lyft riders actually, and he had got in my car and he had all this equipment and stuff with him, and I'm like, what are you doing? And I'm not being rude, like I was letting him get in the car, but I'm like, what are you doing? You know, why are you traveling this equipment around? And he was like, oh, I shampoo out cars. And something was wrong with his car, and he was going to get that money. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, you know, shit, get it in here how you get it in here. And I'm like, well, you know, can you do mines or whatever? And I made an appointment with him. He pulled up on me. He brought all his shit, cleaned the fuck out my car. When I say he cleaned the fuck out my car, I mean he cleaned the fuck out of my car. It looked brand new. And it was a mess. Like, the kids was all back there. My friend and her kids was living at my house at the time, so I was dropping kids off at school, dropping kids off at daycare. My car was a fucking mess. He shampooed them seats so good, the car looked brand new. He take the seats out and everything. He's my friend on Facebook too, and he did such a great job. I tipped him good too. So I need to log into my Kiera Williams page and find him. He's a really nice guy. And he's a younger guy too, but real respectable and knowledgeable, well-mannered. So yeah. I support my peoples. I have a landscaping business also. Okay, all the businessmen from the city up in the comments. I like. Got them on YouTube, got them on Facebook. It's a vibe. I want a vibe. It's a vibe. Oh, it's a vibe. Yeah, I like. That's the way I like it. I fucks with that though. I like that. So we got a landscaping company in here. Did you save my number? I sent it to you. No. Oh, you was, roller wheels? Okay, Schoolcraft, I pass that all the time. I didn't. Where did you send me your number to? You are very Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I love good conversation. That's one thing I say about myself. I'm real good at expressing myself and talking to people. If you see me and I'm not talking, I'm either observing something or I don't fuck with you. You know, because if somebody comes and talks to me, I'm not a rude person. I can have a good conversation, but if I start feeling some weird vibes or something, that's when it's a problem. Houston, we have a problem. Get me up out of here now, because I'm about to start reading the room, and I don't want to start reading rights. So don't worry about it. You in Chicago, I'll keep it clean when I get to Detroit, sweetheart. Me and my kids was just talking about going to Chicago. They said they want me to take them to Chicago. I said they got to find something for us to do, because depending on how long we here, we talking about a soon turnaround trip. Like, I still got to pay for this room while taking them on that road trip. You see what I'm saying? I need a little bit of help. Damn. Because my kids want to do shit and I want to do it. You know? We sacrificed enough. So yeah. I like supporting my people too, though. That's what I'm saying. Being fucked up. Ooh, I hate it. I hate being fucked up. Like not having no money, not having no car, being stuck, stranded. I hated that. That's why I tell people all the time, like I'm in isolation right now. And even right now, I was about to say meek and humble, but even right now, I'm still very much so meek and humble. I'm not suffering like how I was, or fucked up like how I was, or anything like that, but I'm not where I want to be. I'm meek and humble right now, and I'm going to remain meek and humble because I know what it was like under rock bottom. Like I said, I done hit rock bottom before, where if you lift up the rock, you going to see a motherfucking dinosaur fossil up under that beach. That's how rock bottom I was. A starfish, bottom of the ocean deep, in the trenches. I was talking to Lodo. She told us if you do crack, you too deep in the trenches for me. I was talking about I was deep in the trenches. I ain't never did no crack, but I'm pretty sure I done seen some people, knew some people, bumped into some people that did. Shit. I'm hearing crack is whack. Shit, I'm trying to tell you, I done been fucked up. That's why I can't treat homeless people no type of way. I don't stick my nose up in the air at no type of nobody in any type of situation, because I done been fucked up. No, I ain't never been no addict. I ain't never been addicted to drugs or no type of shit like that. But shit, I'd have been sleeping in my car, so I'd have been homeless. You know? And people don't believe me. Just because I don't look like a bum don't mean that I wasn't homeless. Like, they be expecting me to look like the bum that be sleep up under the bridge or something. Why the fuck would I look like the bum that sleep under the bridge? Now, I done got to the point where I done had all my shit taken away from me, so I was down to nothing but one pair of leggings, one pair of panties, one shirt, one bra, one pair of socks. I swear to God, that's what I'm saying. And I still ain't look like the motherfucker up under the bridge. Hair probably was fucked up and all that. I still can't look that fucked up. But I done been fucked up. So, I have a heart of gold. I don't have your number. You didn't send it to me. Send it to me. Send it to my iPhone, and I'm going to save it and put it in the Android. My iPhone number is 313-413-3446. You can send it to that number. I don't really use that phone like that. That's why I'm saying I get the text and I get the number, because I can't hear out of that phone. Y'all can hear me out of the phone, but I can't hear y'all unless I got my headphones plugged in, or if I got it hooked up to some Bluetooth headphones or something. So I don't really use that iPhone like that. That's why it's always dead, or my sons are usually playing with it. So don't be inappropriate on that phone or anything like that, please, because my boys be playing with that phone and stuff like that. But I'll put it in the phone that I don't really let them use. Because you're talking about call me, you got my number. Somebody sent me a message. Maybe that's the message. If you sent it in the messages, I did just get a message that says it's held for review. I told y'all sometimes they don't let me see the comments. So that's probably the comment if you left it in the comments. Yeah, I want to go to Cedar Point. We was just talking about Cedar Point and Six Flags last night too, as we were leaving from eating. Ooh, confirmation. That must be a good idea. Yeah, shit. I want to go to Cedar Point too. I haven't been to Cedar Point and got on any rides in a long time. The last time I went to Cedar Point, I was pregnant, so I couldn't get on any rides. And prior to that, I think I was a teenager when I used to get on all the roller coasters. I'm telling you, it wasn't shit I wouldn't get on. But now being 35, I don't know. I like adrenaline rushes though, so I probably still want to get on them bitches. Lily recently went when she was in school last year. Her class had went to Cedar Point. She had such a good time. So yeah, they'll love that. I will love that. That's why God put me on here this morning. Yes. Yes, it is. Seriously. God works in mysterious ways. And I tell people all the time that the internet, even though they make it seem like the internet and AI and all of that stuff is meant to deceive people and things like that, of course, it's a positive and a negative in everything. But the internet, the World Wide Web, was meant to bring people together who would have never just bumped into each other on the streets. Even if we live in the same city or state, sometimes you never bump into people until you meet them on the internet. And like, oh, well, let's link up. Like, that's what I call a soul family. Some people you just bond with over the internet first. I'm hearing computer love. Some people you can fall in love with over the internet if they are being them true, authentic selves. I had this conversation before already. And like, you can fall in love with somebody as long as they're being real. Like, really, y'all watching my whole face right now. Y'all can see pretty much my background and everything. I'm telling y'all my real life story. Somebody, not saying that any of you guys are in love with me, but I'm saying somebody could probably fall in love with me over the internet. You know? So you can build a friendship over the internet, and then you meet in person and you kick it off. Meanwhile, you walking around with people that you see every day, and it's people that you just don't fuck with. So it's always a purpose for something. So God was most definitely gonna take what the Antichrist thought that they were gonna take to rule the world, to bring his people together and show them just exactly how we rule the world. You get what I'm saying? So I say that all the time. You never been there? Where? To Cedar Point? Really? It's a lot of places I haven't been. It's a lot. Some don't worry about it no more. You got a new man on your side if you let me be the right one for you. I really do want a good man. I say that all the time. I want to be a good wife to somebody. Like, and I want somebody to be a good man to me, understand I have kids, and even if the guy who comes into my life has children or not, if you have children, I want to love your children because I want you to love my children. And that's what you call blended families. And I ain't talking about that polygamous ass shit. Let's make it clear, right, motherfucking now. That ain't what I'm on. But blended family, like, you fuck with my kids, I fuck with your kids. I don't disrespect your baby mama and none of that. That's what I mean. All that extra ass shit, bitch, don't play with me. Okay? I'm just saying it right now. Just for the people in the back who may be confused. Okay. But yeah. We don't see. I'm about to get my day started though. It's 9:12. Dang, I probably should have went to the complimentary breakfast. It ain't over to 9:30 because shit, $700 a motherfucking week. I better eat all I can eat like it's a all you can eat buffet up in this bitch. So I know I don't really fuck with breakfast food like that. But if they got some orange juice, I can get me a cup real quick. I need a big one though. Oops. One of my kids left they to-go cups in here from Fridays. I'm about to use that because I ain't got time for no little hotel cup. That's a shot glass. Yes, I did. Send me your number right now. I just said it. I just gave it to you. You know, because you on YouTube, it don't even... Let me see. Like, for some reason, I can't even reply to your comments. And that's like I was saying, once I get off live, I don't see y'all comments no more. The demon drop. I think that's what my daughter was talking about. You're from South Carolina, but you've been here for 13 years. Oh, okay, I see. Well, yeah. But Cedar Point isn't here. It's in Ohio. But most of the time, most people from Detroit, they go to Cedar Point like it's going to the liquor store. You know? You 45? Okay. That's my range. I was thinking about that video. Talking about I don't need my niggas, what I say, 38 and up or 42 and up. That is so funny. I am really hilarious for real. I be coming back watching my videos, sometimes cracking myself the fuck up. $45. All right. Okay, y'all. I'm out of here. I love y'all. I wish y'all nothing but love, joy, peace, happiness, abundance, good health, good wealth, prosperity, and all that good shit that us good ass people deserve. Y'all have a good day in these Detroit streets or wherever you may be from. I had some people from Harlem, Brooklyn, so be safe in the New York streets. Okay. It be people in here from Philly too, so the East Coast really be in my comments. I like. That's good. In the South, I like the East Coast in the South. You know, I don't really be having so many people from the West Coast. I'm hearing Tupac. You about to be 39 on the 28th of this month. Okay. What I say, 38 and up. 38 and up. You meet the qualifications. Sorry, let me stop. For real though. I just want somebody that's mature. I want somebody that's about to love me for me. Not trying to change who I am, because I'm not going to come into your life changing who you are. However, usually when people get together, you change for the better, and it happens naturally. That's what I'm ready for. I'm ready for good communication. You know, agreeing to disagree if it comes to that. I'm not doing all that fighting. I don't do fighting. I don't do domestic violence, but we can talk it out. You can express yourself. I understand if you're angry. You need to understand if I'm angry. We need to talk it out. You know? We have to have an understanding. I want somebody I can laugh with, have fun with. Again, the kids are very important. I need somebody to understand that I have kids. If you have kids, my kids texting me right now. If you have kids, you know, I understand that. I want total understanding. I'm talking about understanding. Teamwork, making the dream work. Real love, genuine love and affection. Fun. Family fun days, Sunday fun days, dinner dates, game nights, outings, trips, family vacations, vacations without the kids. But, you know, like you said, you own a business, because I'm trying to live my soft girl life. I'm not trying to be working like a Hebrew slave. Like, damn, do you need me to do something for the business? Because I'm not working on 9 to 5. But as y'all see right now, I get up and Lyft. I make my $200 a day. Well, between my $180 to $200 a day. Usually it's about $150 on a bad day. And I bring it on in. I do what I like to do. Speaking of, I said somebody wanted me to make a panda dressing for Easter. I watched my video. I said Thanksgiving the first time. I meant to say for Easter, which is tomorrow. And I would love to do that, but I don't have an oven. Oh, but you know what? A lot of times she lets me make the dressing, and then she likes to bake it herself as well. So if she want to do it like that, I could probably still do that for her. I would have to go get the stuff today, because that is my business, and I don't like to let people down, because the MILF market is the MILF market, and I'm the MILF. So if she want that dress, and I need to make it. But yeah, I do what I do. But working 9 to 5s is a thing of my past. So yeah, I do need somebody who owns a business. Okay, I'm gonna check my inbox. I do need somebody who owns a business, because either you need to have some money, or you need me to come work for the business, and we keep it in the family, and we keeping the money in this rotation or something, because I'm not going to work for nobody else, is what I'm saying. So I need a man to understand that. And I need him to understand it to the point where his family understands it too. Like, I'm not coming in his life to use him for his money. But we gotta understand it. You mind your fucking business and worry about your household. Granted, this is your family. This is about to be my husband. So we gonna keep it up in this household, and you worry about your household. Because I'm tired of people's family being all up in the business, thinking I'm some type of gold digger because I don't have a job. But ain't no man out here can say that they just taking care of me. Your kids are 26 and 22. Okay, that's cool. My oldest is 18, and right under that is 17. I got 17, and then 15, 11, and 6. So I got 18, 17, 15, 11, and 6-year-old children. You said, what, you got a cargo van? We can get that money. Cargo vans can make some money too. I'm not playing. That's good. See? I like networking. I do. I like, I said, I'm about to be 36. I was using that example the other day. I'm like, if your kid's 10 years younger than me at 26, I still want to be able to get along with them. That's funny. So, yeah, I understand all age ranges of people too. Like, I want to love your mama and shit too. And if you got one of their mamas, that's one of their mamas, as long as we respect each other. My mother is deceased. I wish she was here. That was my bestie. But she passed when I was 14 years old. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm getting off here, but I'm about to check my inbox. I'm going to check my inbox. And Biggie, you said you sent it to me, so I'm going to see. But if you want to rewind this live, like after it posted and everything, I did send my number to the iPhone, so you can text that number. And then after you text that number, then I can put it in my other phone. You know, because usually I let my kids play with the iPhone, or, you know, or it's usually, I don't use it, is what I'm saying. Like, even when my honey or my friend calls it or whatever, I'm talking about my honey, I can't call him my honey if he ain't like my honey. When my friends or anybody call, I'll see it, and then I call off of this phone, is what I'm trying to say. Because I can't hear out the iPhone, even though you can hear me. It's something with the speaker or something. I don't know. But I feel like if it was something wrong with the speaker, you wouldn't be able to hear me. I said, anyway. Say your number one more time. For the iPhone, it's 313-413-3446. And you can text that number and just put your name. And I'll know who you are, and then I can, call you off of the phone that I use. Okay, Mr. Johnson, I see this inbox. I got it. Are you the girl that screens and then takes an AI picture? I don't use AI at all. Only time I've ever used some AI is when I'm using like the autocorrect on Facebook, and it goes through and it corrects any punctuation marks or things like that that I may have missed. So yeah, I don't use AI. Like, I don't use AI for videos or anything like that. So no, that's not me. Somebody who left another comment is held for review, so I can't see it. It says it was inappropriate. It says, okay, you look like her. Oh yeah, no, I don't use AI. It's raining where you at? Yes, it is, and I'm about to get my Lyft day started of lifting. So I'll talk to you guys later. I love y'all. Have a good day. Again, wishing y'all nothing but love, joy, peace, happiness, abundance, good health, good wealth, prosperity, and all that good shit that good ass people deserve. Thank you. Tiger Dust. Have a safe drive. Thank you, guys.